Hi, long time no see. It's been a very long time since I posted a video here on YouTube. I've just been on other social media doing other projects. So I took a long break off YouTube, but I'm excited to be back with a series that I'd like to start called Becoming. This is an episode called Becoming Connie. Becoming is going to be a series where we become different characters and icons in pop culture. This episode is called Becoming Connie from Big Mouth. They just started streaming today on Netflix for season 4. I am a huge fan of Big Mouth. I like it, and one of my favorite characters ever is Connie the Hormone Monstress. So I made her costume about last year-ish, and oh, it's been longer than that, I think. But I really love the Hormone Monstress. So we're going to be becoming Connie today in this episode. I thought I would commemorate the moment with my Hormone Monstress t-shirt. It was a gift. Thank you. You're gonna see how I put on my Connie makeup right now because I'm not one for long-winded intros. So let's go ahead and get the voiceover started. Let's go. We're gonna start with a very fresh face because we need this area here to be free of oil to attach our horns. I'm trying to gauge exactly where I want to put them, so I'm going to place this one here and hold it in place on the wig cap with bobby pins so that it stays in place. We're going to use our liquid latex here, I got this from Halloween, to attach our horns. There's a childproof lock, which is why I have difficulty opening it, as you see. But this is where we're going to get our little Q-tip, dip a little bit, and put it on the underside where it will attach to our forehead. Don't mind if it gets on the top, we're going to be putting it on top anyway. I'll preface this by saying be careful not getting it in your hair because liquid latex is hard to get out of your hair. We're only going to be putting it on the part that's going to be showing anyway. We'll have a wig over the opening parts that are close to the wig cap. Just be really safe with your facial hair. I ended up deciding to reposition the horns. They were a little bit too low for me because we're going to be doing a Connie swirly eyebrow design underneath it, and we need them a little higher. So don't worry about repositioning them. They come right off, put them right back on like that. When you get a good amount underneath the base, you can go ahead and put a small thin line across the top to kind of try to melt it into your skin and make it look like the horns are coming right out of your flesh. Like horns. Quick note, try to keep these lines rather thin. You don't want to glob on the liquid latex because it takes it a while to dry. To speed up the drying process, I use this little tiny blow dryer on the low setting, and I just kind of blow dry it. The heat helps to make it dry faster. And as you see, it takes a while. I had this sped up to 400 times speed, and it's still taking a while. Just be patient, it's worth it, I promise. Pinky promise. Here on layer 2, we make sure to completely saturate the Q-tip because if there's any dried latex on the Q-tip tip, it will try to skip and pull the prosthetic off of your skin that you've worked so hard to get on there, so be careful. Continue the drying process, take your time, daydream about the good old days before COVID. Oh, how nice. For our primer, we're using a silicone primer. This is the LA Girl Pro Prep HD silicone primer. And what it does is create a barrier between the makeup and your skin. When removing this grease and cream paint, it will come off so much easier. We just dab it all over and rub it into the skin and it'll slide right off after you're done. Only after. A little pro tip for you that I've learned, I put a little extra in my pores here and on my nose. The silicone kind of dips into there and it doesn't let the makeup seep into my pores, which makes it harder for it to get out of my skin. With clean hands, I put in my contacts because I don't want to put these in when I have face paint on already. Popping in, and sorry if you don't like eye stuff, this is just part of the process. Woo! On to what everybody's been waiting for. I'm using Mehron's CreamBlend stick in yellow as the base for Connie. This is a grease-like cream paint that goes onto the skin. It's very opaque, as you see. It's one of my favorites. I'm bringing it down my neck onto my clavicle where it's going to be popping out underneath the costume, and you know what? Don't mind me, I'm crazy. Then taking a little beauty sponge and blending it all out, tapping it into place, not dragging it across. We want to tap it and blend it as smooth as possible over the skin. All dragging will do is remove the paint from the skin. We have a very solid yellow base. Now for Connie, we're going to be adding some dimensions using Ben Nye's Professional Clown White. I have a huge tub of this and it goes a long way. I suggest this for every cosplayer's repertoire. It is a very thick paste, so it takes a while for it to get into the sponge. Once you have enough on your sponge, you just take it right underneath your eyes to help brighten the area. This serves as our concealer in a way. I have very deep set under eyes and I was born with eye bags, so I use this all the time for any of my body paints. We're going to hit the T-zone, the bridge of our nose, our little chin area, and we're going to carve out our cheeks because Connie, she bakes, she carves. She's sculpted, boo. I'm taking our cream stick again and I'm going to add a little more yellow to help blend in the white to make it less overpowering and more so of a highlight area. I'm using both sides of the sponge, one side for white, one side for yellow, to kind of bounce in between where I want to place the yellow to white. So I'm re-putting more white underneath my eyes while keeping the yellow on the bridge of my nose. To set this cream makeup, I'm using my all-time favorite RCMA translucent setting powder. It is odorless, colorless, and has no flashback. I can use this to set white powders. I can use this to set black powders. It literally does not have a cast to it. I'm really just going to dust it all over. It does not change the color of the paint at all. It leaves it satin smooth. Photo finish ready. Beautiful, baby. Start with the eyebrows. We're using our Morphe 3502. I dropped it before recording, so there's no black part. But we're going to take this mid-tone red that kind of matches the wig color, and we're going to pack our eyebrow with this color. We're going to kind of get a general shape of our own brow and also have that little flip wing that she's got. She's got like a fluffy brow thing here. And just get the shape down in general. The darker red here is going to kind of fill in the area to make it a little darker to match where my hairs naturally are. I'll carve out the brows with some more yellow paint just to make it a little more pronounced and a little more defined than it already is. Dipping back into our palette, we're starting with our eyeshadow. I'm taking a large fluffy brush and using this taupey color to get a halo type of eye effect in my eye socket. I have hooded lids, so I tilt my head back to kind of get this fake eyelid going on that I don't normally have. I'm not afraid to really pack this color on. It looks like a lot in the beginning, but you have face paint going on and you kind of need these features to stand out. Going in with this brick red brown, we're going to put it in the very crease to define it. It makes a kind of fake eyelid crease that I don't normally have, but concentrating it on the outer V and lightly dusting it to the middle. Taking these even darker browns, I really wanted to use black, but yeah, I broke it. I'm going to concentrate on the outer V even more to create more depth. Our lid color is brought to you by Colourpop in the QAF palette. We're going to use this really shiny golden yellow color. Oh my god, look at that. We're going to use this golden shiny yellow color all over the lid, and it makes a natural kind of shine to her eyelid. I love it. Whew. We're going to go back into our dark brown in our Morphe palette and really pack on the outer V to blend it towards over the eyelid. It makes like a sultry kind of gradient to the middle. Our MVP single eyeshadow is by Sugar Pill. It's called Bulletproof, and it's the blackest black eyeshadow I got. I'm using this to darken it even further because I'm going to have eyeshadow, eyeliner, and eyelashes. I want this to be very dimensional. So I'm adding more black only to the outer V using this very small detailed blending brush. I'm kind of taking my time to wing it out a little more. We're going to have a very dramatic cat eye, and I want the eyeshadow to coincide with it peacefully. I'm using the NYC very black matte eyeliner, and I'm making a very dramatic, really big cat eye. Putting on a little mascara while that dries. I'm using a waterproof Maybelline Falsies mascara because my eyes are hooded and I don't want the black to get anywhere else. Gonna put on some eyelashes now. I'm using the Duo glue. These eyelashes, I will let you know the details on them in another video. They're my favorites. I already let them dry a tad bit before putting them on, waiting for the glue to get tacky, and then let them dry even farther with a fan to aid the drying process. While that sets, I'm going to take my bronzer and add a little contour to Connie. She's carved, honey. She carved to the gods, yes. I thought brown to carve out her cheekbones would be really pretty. If it was another base color like a blue or a red, I would use just a darker color in that color family with a little bit of their complementary color or their secondary color to add some dimension. I very rarely carve my nose out, but I thought it would be cute to add a little button nose to Connie. Something I saw was when people put this little notch here, it makes like a little rounded tip, and I thought it would be kind of cute, and tapping it out a tad bit. Kind of looks like an elf tip nose. I'm going back in for the under eye with the same kind of browns with a very small detail blending brush. And in with a darker brown with an even smaller detail blending brush. I'm using a very dark brown for underneath here. My goal is to drag the color down as close as possible and have it connect with the wing eyeliner on the side. I'm using the black eyeshadow as an eyeliner, so I'm taking this very small eyeliner brush and putting it across our bottom lash line. This really smokes it out and makes it very sultry almost. I still want more oomph on the outer corner, so I'm going back in with the bulletproof, back in with the black, back into that outer V to get more dimension. Say it with me, dimension. Attacking the bottom lashes again with our waterproof Falsy Lashes by Maybelline. And this is just another liquid eyeliner that we're going to make little tiny false bottom lashes. They make cute, cartoony, wispy lashes on the bottom, and it's really easier to see on video and on camera and in photos. My signature move to get this kind of skin-like finish on body paint is to take a shimmer color like this that is of the same color, this yellow shimmer, and putting it over, making it look like highlighter. It gives the illusion that the skin is healthy, it's shiny, it's real, it's actually yellow, it's not paint. I take it on the apples of my cheeks, so when it smiles here, I put it on the bridge of my nose, the tip of my nose, and sometimes in the inner corners of my eyes. Just kind of stick it there with my pinky. This is just a basic e.l.f. blush that I'm going to put on there for a little more realness, give her a little flush to the cheeks. I have two Colourpop Lippie sticks for our lip color. This one is the color Poppin. It's their Matte X collection. I think it was limited edition. They no longer have it, but it's a beautiful matte color. And I broke it. Repairing our misdeeds, go back in very carefully and finish the top lip. I overline very slightly. I want a really full lip. Connie is luscious and vivacious. I want my lips to be that too. I'm gonna ombre it with another lippy stick in Tickler. It's a very highlighter pink magenta color that just makes the lips look so round. To make sure it stays in place, I blot on a little more RCMA on top of it, and it just lightly dusts on top of it. And yeah, makeup's done. Just time to put on the bodysuit and bam! This is the bodysuit I have. I sewed this using minky fur from Joann's. Yeah, there we go. Bodysuit's done. And these are the ears I've made. They're just foam ears with felt over it that I put on a wire headband. And they adjust with these soft gauge wires. I also styled a wig for this occasion. This is a very long, epic cosplay wig that I dyed and styled. I'm making adjustments as needed, pulling pieces to the front to cover the headband and my real ears. I have some hairspray, this is Got2B, that I spray on top, and I kind of place the wig to my face, letting it dry a little bit so that the hair doesn't pull away from the skin. As you can see on my right side, it pulls away. Then repeat on the other side. And for the top. As you can see, the more and more I put this on, the more in character I felt. I felt so sexy, but I almost forgot that the fangs are needed. These are some plastic fangs that I got from Amazon, and they are molded to your mouth with little plastic pellets, and they just fit perfectly there. Cosplay always makes me feel so pretty. As you can see, I was feeling myself a little too much. But without further ado, the reveal. Well, hello there, my precious little tortellini. It is I, the hormone monstress. I only take bubble baths. But thank you for following along with this Becoming Connie video. I'm going to make a series of Becoming ofs with new cosplays. And if you want to see some old costumes that I've done in my repertoire, you can go on to Instagram to Alleycat Cosplay, or even Twitter to Alleycat Cosplay, and see the other costumes that I've done. And if you want to see me redo those makeup looks, I can definitely do those videos. But I do have a new lineup going on. It's in the works, so if you want to see more, comment down below. YouTube is free. All you gotta do is like and comment, and that helps to support the creators. YouTube is free. All you gotta do is like and comment and subscribe. That's what everybody does. And thank you so much. We're gonna see you in the next video on the next Becoming of with Alleycat Cosplay. Thank you. Bye.